Hey guys, welcome back to Electrical Car Repair Live. Thank you guys for watching and subscribing to the channel. In today's video we will show you how to remove and replace fuel pump, the whole fuel pump assembly guys, on a Dodge Dart, but it may actually work on Chrysler 200 as well. Why? Because both of the vehicles share the same platform and many of the parts will be interchangeable as well. Quick introduction guys, if you need to purchase a new pump, we have the link in the description of the video below where you can get it for a good price, fast shipping as well, and you can get any car parts there from that place as well. Quick, really easy guys, quick shipping, so really convenient place. If you guys want to see how to do it, stay with us, we will cover that. We will also have more than 200 videos on Dodge Dart guys, and every single car we get at the shop. Why? Because our mission in the shop is to save you as much money as we can. So please subscribe to the channel and like the video, hopefully you will find the information helpful. Let's go ahead and start on the fuel pump removal and replacement now. So we'll be working on a 2015 Dodge Dart, but as I said, it should cover the whole generation and it may be helpful on Chrysler 200 as well. So let's start on it now. So let me show you what we need to do guys. This is the rear bottom seat right here. You may need to remove that if you need to get to fuel pump module, anything like that. So let us show you what needs to be done now. First, what we need to do guys. So in order to to remove that seat now, we need to actually remove a couple of bolts that we have. We have a few covers on the front. Check it out, remove them. Okay, we have a, what is that, 14 millimeter? 13 millimeter socket guys. Get that bolt loose. Perfect. Now same thing will apply to the passenger side. Okay, we need to go ahead and remove that bolt there as well. Perfect, that's easy. Now what do we need to do guys? Okay, you have, let me explain quick, you have airbags guys. So let me tell you now, you guys, if you have airbags in your rear seat, you need to disconnect the car battery at least for 1 hour before you do that. Why? Because you need to disconnect airbags. And by disconnecting the car battery for 1 hour guys, at least before the repair, it will reduce the possibility to cause damage to your airbag system and airbags to explode in your face. So do that guys. We have our car battery already disconnected, and if you're not qualified and certified to work on airbags, don't do it guys, because those things are dangerous. Consider this entertaining video, not a how-to video. Grab the seat, gently pull up without going too much up, because you can break your airbag wires guys if you have those. Okay, this one looks like it's stuck there. There is a clip. Okay, the clip seems like it's right there. Okay, and let's see the design and how it is. One of them came loose. Once we remove the seat guys, we'll be able to explain it with a greater detail, so you will know, okay, for sure what needs to be done. So we might need to go back and then up. So let's figure it out now. So we're going to remove and figure it out better, but we moved it to the back, right here where the belts are. That's where it snaps. Okay, I think, at least from what we can see. And now we need to disconnect our airbag wires. Okay, how we do that guys? Okay, now pretty simple. That gray thing, okay, needs to come out some. I pushed it too much out. Push in there. Okay, and disconnect it. So let us show you guys how to reconnect that thing, because this is the safety pin that prevents, okay, the clip from getting loose. So this thing, okay, I cannot do it with one hand. We're going to show in a second. Let me come to the other side quick. Okay, we'll come to the other side, and here again, pull that thing a little bit out, press in, disconnect. That's how it should stay guys. And when it's pushed in, it needs to be, okay, when it's connected, you need to just push it all the way in. Ours, okay, we just need to install the other clip. And we got the seat out of the way. We found a bullet. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. We found some change, so we're ready to go here. So once you remove the rear seat, that's where guys the pump is located. Okay, right here. 7 millimeter socket we will need for that. Okay, and I think it may work on Dodge Dart and Chrysler 200 guys, because as I said, they share many components and designs as well. We have some change under the seat here. Need to find out what it is. Got me a nice pen, I guess. Always curious what we get, but we need to remove, okay, four screws right here. with that 7mm, and then we just need to pull that cover up a little bit. That's where, guys, the pump will be located, the pump assembly, the whole pump assembly. You can see this is it, guys. Now from that point on, guys, you can set yourself on fire pretty easily. So if you decide to continue, take, guys, fire extinguisher next to you, avoid the flames, sparks, open fire, anything like that, because you will open the fuel, the gas tank, and fumes will come out. Be in the open, don't do it in the garage, because that thing can kill you guys severely. So okay, you have to be guys, careful. Do it in the open so we don't have any buildup of okay, we need to get a screwdriver here of fumes, because breathing gasoline fumes, it's not good for you, believe me. We will have some leaks. Okay, we're going to spill some fuel, no matter, guys, how much you try not to. It's almost impossible. Our fuel tank is almost empty, so that will actually help some. That red thing, we'll need to push it out, okay, like that. Now at that point we can press in here and disconnect the wiring harness. Okay, this is out. Now the fuel lines, check it out now, guys. Before we continue, guys, okay, I was going to remove the fuel line, but we're going to clean all that. Why? Because otherwise all that will end up in your fuel tank. You want to make sure you don't have dirt, dust, anything like that, because otherwise all that will end up, guys, in the fuel tank, and it will clog up your filter. It can kill your pump. Even if you install a new pump, it can kill it. So be careful, guys. We'll go ahead, get the vacuum now, vacuum everything, clean it, and we'll continue. Okay, you can see how much we get out. Perfect. Now, guys, you can have a few lines here. One is sending line, one could be returning line here, and one could be for the evap system, the one that takes the fuel pressure and takes it to the canister, okay, purge solenoid and the purge valve solenoid. So this one you press in on this side, press it in, okay, and okay, press down, press in, and then gently, guys, okay, pull that thing out, okay, like that on the back side. Check it out, that's a safety connector. Disconnect it, okay. Now press in here and it should come out. It did spray some, maybe it is gas. So one is out, guys. Now let's see how those things are. I think those, you press them in, let's figure it out. If we have a safety, we might have a safety on the bottom like we had on the other one that we might need to push out. So we're going to work it together and we'll continue. Okay, yep, no, we just disconnect it like that. Press in and disconnect. This one should be the same way, just a little bit bigger, so it's stuck. We might need to get even 2 screwdrivers for here if you can't. Okay, like that. Now there is a special tool, guys, we'll share the link in the description of the video below to take that cap loose. Okay, there is a special tool, but we'll show you guys how we do it here at the shop, which is, okay, not recommended because you can punch a hole in your, okay, in your fuel tank. But what we'll do, we'll get a screwdriver now, guys, okay, and we're going to get a hammer, screwdriver, and get that thing loose. But if you accidentally hit your fuel tank or you don't notice that you hit it, you may, guys, leak gas, which can catch you on fire, or it can breathe gas fumes and kill you. So I would recommend, okay, don't do what we do, get the correct tool, guys. As I said, we'll have the link, check it out. It's not too expensive, so if you're doing the job yourself anyways, it will pay itself off quite a bit. So consider these, guys. Now we might need to do it 2 people at the same time. All we have to do, just turn it this way a little bit, okay, but don't go in the fuel, okay, in the fuel tank. So I will go from right here. Okay, let me pass the camera because I have a better angle on this side than being on the other one. So I'll just go like that, okay. Almost coming out. we might need to get a little bit of a bigger screwdriver and a little bit of a bigger hammer. So let me see that. So now we got a bigger tool, guys, bigger screwdriver, and we actually pre-loosen it so we don't waste your time. But if you have two people actually to do it, it's way better. I'll definitely recommend, guys, to get the correct tool though. Okay, now we need to grab that locking plate. Some people recommend to replace that one every time, so it's up to you. Get a bucket now. Get a bucket so that way, guys, okay, we are not going to spill fuel too much on carpets and stuff. Grab it. It may need to come in an angle, guys, certain angle, because we have the floaty thing that detects, okay, it detects your fuel level inside. So let us see exactly which way we need to turn that thing. Or we need to take it apart. Okay. Let us check. Okay, we have one fuel line that we need to disconnect, guys, from what it seems. Let's see where that line is going actually. So we'll disconnect that fuel line. Always use gloves. Okay, and every time you disconnect those lines, I forgot to mention, use eye protection as well. Okay, because okay, it can sprain your eyes, your skin, and severely hurt you, guys. So this line later we need to install it. Don't forget to do that. Now, okay, let's see what is happening here. It's going to be a very tight fit. That was my finger there that got stuck. So now, okay, careful, the floaty thing is on this side. Okay, we're coming out. Don't spill too much fuel. Get it in the bucket, guys, and you can see this is the fuel pump assembly, okay, out of here, just like that. So you can see, guys, this is your fuel pump assembly. That's how you're going to buy it most of the times. Hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful to any of you trying to figure this thing out. We'll have the link in the description of the video below to see where you can purchase a new fuel pump assembly if you need one for your car. So check it out, guys. We have part numbers and all that listed there as well for your convenience. So hopefully, guys, the video will be helpful. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for more videos and see you guys next time.